Some of the other kids laughed at me for being adopted. They said my birth mom must not have wanted me.
Some very important people in the Bible were adopted. Can you guess who they were? I'm Zach, and you're listening to Keys for Kids. If you've been adopted, then you share something very important with some special people in the Bible, like Moses, Queen Esther, and even Jesus. Joseph was the earthly father of Jesus, but his biological father was God himself. And if you're a Christian, then you're adopted too into the family of God. Galatians 4 says, God sent forth his Son to redeem those who were under the law so that we might receive adoption as sons. Now, let's listen to our story. It's called Chosen. Tayden slipped in the back door, dropped his books on the kitchen table, and slumped into a chair. "What's wrong?" Mom asked. "Bad day at school?" Tayden nodded. "Want to talk about it?" "Not really." Tayden didn't know if what happened would hurt his mom as much as it did him. He definitely didn't want that, but he just couldn't keep it in. He looked up and saw his mother staring at him. "I guess." He ran his fingers through his hair, trying to find the right words. "In class today, we were talking about our families, and I told them I was adopted. Some of the kids laughed." Tayden paused. "And I heard a couple of them whisper to each other and say my birth mother must have given me up because she didn't want me," he said, fighting back tears. "You know that isn't true, Tayden," said Mom. "Your birth mother gave you to us because she loved you so much and wanted you to have what she couldn't give you." "I know, but not everyone thinks like that," said Tayden. Mom put her hand on Tayden's shoulder. "Have you ever thought about some of the people in the Bible who were adopted?" she asked. Tayden's eyes got big. "Like who?" "We read about one in Exodus," Mom replied. Tayden thought for a moment. "Was it Moses?" Mom nodded. "Pharaoh's daughter raised him as her own." Mom pulled up a chair to sit next to Tayden. "The next one might be a little harder. She was adopted by her cousin." Mom paused. "She married a king?" "Queen Esther!" Tayden exclaimed. "Right again. And the most important one in the whole Bible was Jesus," Tayden said slowly. He smiled. "It was Jesus, right? God is his father, but Joseph was like an earthly father." "Good," said Mom. "And when we trust in Jesus, we become children of God and are adopted into his family. So you see, God thinks being adopted is very special." Tayden's smile widened. "So do I." And he gave his mother a big hug. Well, how about you? Were you or someone you know adopted? The word adopt means to choose to take someone into one's own family. Whether you were born into a family or adopted into one, being part of a family is special. And the most important family we can join is the family of God. Have you been adopted by him? Trust in Jesus today and you will become part of his family. To learn more about what it means to be a part of God's family, get your parents' permission first and then go to keysforkids.net/salvation. Our key verse is Romans 8:15.
You receive the spirit of adoption, by whom we cry out, Abba, Father.
And our key thought for today, all God's children are adopted. Hey, if you like today's story, you can get Keys for Kids in the mail for free. When you sign up, I'll send you the printed Keys for Kids book every 3 months, and you'll have each day's story right in your hands. Plus, you'll get the bonus coloring and activity pages too. Ask your parents for help to sign up for a free subscription when you go to keysforkids.org/getkeys. That's keysforkids.org/getkeys. I'm Zach with Keys for Kids.